Some people might say the woods feel lonely in winter. The trees are bare, the air is still, and everything seems quieter than it should be. But it's only lonely if you don't stop, if you slow down, if you listen, if you look a little closer. Even now, in the coldest part of the season, there's more happening here than we realize. They're easy to miss at first. Small movements against bare branches, a flick of wings, a quick shadow crossing the snow. But once you notice one, you start to see them everywhere. Even in winter, the small birds stay busy. They move constantly, branch to branch, trunk to trunk, searching every crack in the bark. Winter hasn't emptied the forest. It has simply made their work quieter. They travel in loose groups, never staying still for long. Every movement matters now. Every seed, every hidden insect. In the cold, there isn't much room for hesitation, and yet they don't seem burdened by it. They move with purpose, with rhythm, as if winter is just another thing to adapt to. If you stand still long enough, the forest begins to feel crowded again. Not loud, not chaotic, just alive in smaller ways. At first, I only saw one, a single shape between the trees, almost the same color as the trunks. If it hadn't moved, I might have walked right past. I stopped, and it stopped. For a few seconds, we just stood there, both trying to understand the other. Then I noticed another shape behind it, and another. Before long, I realized I wasn't looking at one deer, but a small family of 4, moving quietly through the woods. They never rushed. Each step felt considered, placed carefully into the snow. They knew I was there. Every so often, one would lift its head, ears forward, eyes fixed in my direction. Not alarmed, just aware. I stayed where I was at first, then slowly began to move again, keeping my distance. And somehow, they allowed it, not inviting me, not trusting me, but permitting my presence, as long as I respected theirs. So I followed at the edge of their world, careful not to close the space between us. They moved together, never far from one another. A quiet understanding passed between them. Subtle signals I couldn't see, but they clearly could. And for a little while, I was simply another shape in the trees, walking parallel to their path. Some presences in the forest don't try to be quiet. You hear them long before you see them, a steady tapping echoing through the trees. Woodpeckers are often the easiest life to recognize out here. That sharp rhythm carries far, even in winter. And yet, they can be the hardest to find. You follow the sound, you scan the branches, you look higher and higher still, and sometimes they're right there, hidden in plain sight, blending into bark and shadow. They work with patience, strike after strike, testing the wood, listening for what's hidden beneath. It's not noise, it's intention. Even in the quietest season, the forest is being shaped, opened, searched, renewed, one small rhythm at a time. If you stand still long enough, your ears begin to guide your eyes, and what once felt empty starts to feel layered, alive in ways you almost missed. It's easy to mistake quiet for emptiness, but the woods are never empty. They're full of small lives, steady rhythms, watchful eyes. Most of it happens without announcement, without spectacle. You just have to slow down enough to notice. And when you do, the forest doesn't feel lonely at all. It feels alive.